Syria, on the Turkish border. Thousands of people are fleeing from the violence in their country.
Bombs?
Bomb, yes.
Do you know where?
Azaz.
The refugee camps on the Turkish side are overcrowded. Many families are stranded in makeshift camps in the border area and are not permitted to enter the neighboring countries. The humanitarian situation is catastrophic. The winter temperatures only make the suffering worse. There is almost no medical care, and even food and drinking water are in short supply. We made our way to the north of Syria to get a picture of the refugee situation. Cinema for Peace, a foundation that has been working for more than 10 years with the goal of raising awareness for political, social and ecological issues by means of the medium of film. One of our projects is the monthly screenings in different cities nationwide. The thematic emphasis in the fall of 2012 was the conflict in Syria. Union of Syrians Abroad was one of our partners during the screening series. The focus of this non-government organization is humanitarian help for the wounded and needy in Syria. In December 2012, the Union of Syrians Abroad invited us to their conference in Syria. This regular meeting took place for the first time on Syrian ground. We as Cinema for Peace Foundation wanted to see the humanitarian conditions for ourselves and get a picture of the work of this NGO.
Wir sind in Renhani in der Türkei an der syrisch-türkischen Grenze. Wir sind hier mit der Union der Syrier im Ausland, die sich vernetzt haben, um direkt den Syrern zu helfen. Und dafür fahren wir jetzt hier von der Türkei direkt rüber nach Syrien. Ohne Visum, ohne Erlaubnis und ohne Handys.
Uneasily, we crossed the border into the war zone of Syria. Directly on the other side of the border, we drove through the first refugee camp of Atmi. The need is great. Union Syrians Abroad has taken on this camp and are supplying it with water, food and medication. The conference took place under intense security measures in the northern area of Syria, which has been conquered by the Free Syrian Army.
We are in a place south of Bab al-Hawa, inside Syrian territory. I don't think we should divulge where we are exactly.
Syrians came to the conference from all over the world with one goal.
And we are here today to arrange a coordinating meeting between all the humanitarian relief organizations working on the ground inside Syria.
In this improvised setting, basic challenges are addressed.
The projects which were presented today varied from hospitals to schools, but the main theme has always been about the shortage of flour and bread in the area and the need for bakeries. This is the most prominent thing that kept coming on and on from one speaker after the other.
Surrounded by the reality and despair that is shaking this beautiful country, this song proclaims a victory of freedom. Immediately the next morning, we met with a young doctor, Mahmoud. We were joining him on a trip to the area of Aleppo. Loaded with medical supplies from Germany, we made our way to the border crossing. As we arrived, we heard the first fighter airplanes and 2 bombs falling.
Bombs?
Bomb, yes.
Do you know where?
Azaz.
At that moment, a short distance away from us, containers of TNT were being dropped.
Army Assad killed the people in Syria.
We can hardly comprehend it. As soon as we reach the border, we can see bombs being thrown. These areas nearby are lacking everything. Boxes filled with what is necessary for survival are being transported over. When we cross the border, it becomes even more nightmarish. We sense the danger that the Syrians live through every day. Destruction is visible everywhere. The people in the Baba al-Salam camp don't just fear the bombs, but also the winter. Just in this one camp, there are 6,000 stranded people. 8 to 10 people are living together in simple tents. The tents have no floor, With temperatures at freezing point, the children are wearing at the most plastic sandals on their feet.
كلياتنا قاعدين بهالخيمة لا في مي ولا فيها شي طاول يعني محتاجين إنه ندخل كتير لجوا لأن حالتنا كتير بتأثر.
Officially, no NGOs are allowed into Syria. For this reason, the people are totally dependent on organizations such as the Union. At their own peril, they are daily taking care of the refugees and civil population with basic supplies. The NGO is supplying a small medical station in the area near Aleppo with medication. Mahmoud, a 28-year-old eye doctor, is working here. The hospital in Aleppo where he was employed has been destroyed. Most of his colleagues have left the country. He wants to stay and help.
Can you tell me again how many people come here?
Maybe 200.
Every day?
Every day, yeah.
Und jetzt mittlerweile hier 15.000, schätzt man dann 15.000 Flüchtlinge und viele Kinder kommen hier, um versorgt zu werden. Also die Medikamente werden immer gespendet. Und es gibt immer noch ein Problem mit dem Transport hierher. Das heißt, es gibt kein System, dass man die Medikamentenversorgung auch gewährleisten.
Because the medical supply situation is catastrophic, Syrians abroad are planning on building a hospital nearby. Mahmoud will run the hospital. Particularly important are the operating theatres. The union hopes to begin work on this project soon, because the need is so vast.
Die Anzahl der Verletzten steigt stetig und wir müssen dann reagieren, dass wir neue Möglichkeiten haben für die Verletzten. Die Krankenhäuser in der Türkei sind überfüllt.
Our feelings are mixed as we start our journey back home. We feel humbled by the heartfelt commitment many Syrians abroad show towards their fellow countrymen. On the other side, we are horrified by the destitution we have witnessed.
Ich habe auch festgestellt, dass es Kindern wie auch Erwachsenen an grundsätzlichen Dingen fehlt. An Versorgung, an warmen Kleidern, an Nahrungsmitteln und an Decken und so weiter. Und ich hoffe, dass wir als Cinema for Peace Stiftung mit diesem Film dazu beitragen können, der Union Syrer im Ausland, aber auch andere Organisationen zu helfen, diese Lücken zu schließen und die Menschen mit dem zu versorgen, was sie brauchen.